Oh,
Apparently that one worked, Nick. Hello, everybody. This is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen and Nick. Hello, Nick.
good afternoon, Stephen. Always good to join you on a Monday. Back to our regular time slot as well. Which is
It
quite
does. Yeah, it is a win-win because 4 o'clock is the best time to go live, as we know. If you're watching on Facebook, hello. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. If you click the link up above in the text, you will see us on Amazon Live, which is where we're headed now. If I do this, then I'm going to send Nick live on Amazon Live.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, just a minute. Okay, and it's waiting for signal. So it's got the signal now. So let's go live now.
That's what we like to see.
Okay, and I'll go live. Okay, so we're both going live, and the clock's finished, but we'll be with you in a second. In the meantime, you're actually looking out over the gardens, and that's our neighbour's garden, not our garden, because the camera angle won't go around to our garden unless I put it on an extension, of course. But are you live now, Nick?
Oh, I am.
Right, so we're both live on Amazon Live, and it's time for the big reveal. You are watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen and Nick. Will be or Live Video Production Weekly. We're talking about webcams, audio gear, microphones, live video, and Fitbits. We're broadcasting from be.live. So I can hide that card, which leaves us then with the garden scene. But if I switch your well, I'm going to switch your camera on first. Okay.
Right.
And you'll see why in a minute. Because, ta-da! I've got a new set. I have a brand new set. And this is the first time it's ever seen the light of day. Now, I'll go full screen for a second.
Yeah.
This is definitely a work in progress, but this is my second photography backdrop. And I think it looks reasonable, apart from the creases. Now, what I want you to do during this show is just ignore the creases if you can. We found out what we need to do, which is to take an iron and just iron the back and iron the creases out. But we didn't have a chance to do that today. So we'll have to live with the creases.
I think they look very fetching. I think you'll
think
start a new trend.
They had a certain je ne sais quoi.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And it puts my green cloth to shame. I need to up my screening game for sure.
You see, the thing is, I've got if I go small, I just need to. I explain. I couldn't. You see, I've got the stand for all this. So having got the stand, I thought, right, okay, well, you've got to get the backdrops. So I've got the old brick backdrop, and so I'm getting several backdrops because if I zoom out, if I just put myself full screen and zoom out, you'll see that this is not. It's got a kink on the right hand side, Nick. Okay, and go out to 90 degrees. This is my office, and you can see the screen is a work in progress at the moment. I think it's fair to say, but by the magic of the software, I can just zoom in once, twice, go to 78 degrees, and it's looking reasonable now.
Yeah,
I think
that's great. I love it, and it does look very like it's real brick, apart from the creases.
Well, it's graffiti brick, isn't it? Somebody's been along with a spray pen.
Yeah, and can I ask, are you beaming up some coloured lights on the bottom of it there as well? No.
I haven't got a single light on anywhere. This is just the miraculous effect of the backdrop itself. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's no lights coming up at all.
Oh, yeah. I thought you might have some little red ones at the back there.
No.
Oh, good stuff.
This is $14.99. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, you can't say it's not cost-effective way of doing it. It's just $14.99 to get the backdrop.
Yeah, no, it's good. That's what I love about live streaming with you, Stephen. You cost me a fortune.
Right. Okay. In that case, the final thing before we actually move on is if I zoom out again and go full screen. Just give me a second. I think I can just about manage it. Just if I go one further out, possibly. No, I don't. I've pressed the wrong button. If I go there, okay, you can see at the top. Perhaps if I demonstrate, that's probably best. Okay, I'm actually going to move. I'm not a fixture. I can actually move. What you've got is you've got the stand with the clips, yeah, and the stand is just one central span. It's not two side spans, which most stands are. It's just one central span, which means that it's got a tripod in the middle, and it just fits in the office. Almost fits in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it does look really good.
Okay. Right. Shall we? Oh, wait a minute. I need to zoom back in. Otherwise, people are going to think, what is going on? Once, twice, 78 degrees.
Fantastic.
Okay. So the excitement is over. Okay. Shall we do a movie quiz?
Let's do a movie quiz. I do enjoy the movie quiz.
Right. Okay. So over here, I have a shared screen. No, I don't. Just a minute. I had one or two moments before we came live, which meant I had to reboot the studio about 3 times, and in doing so, I obviously destroyed the share screen bit. So we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, it's going to show this in the stream. Okay, and I'm going to switch round. If we go like this. Okay, so we've got the quiz on top. So always good. Okay, so we've got to pick a topic. I'll put it full screen, and then we can both read it because I can't read that. Okay, so our normal topics are general awards. Just a minute. Characters, connections, directors, Disney, James Bond, matches, quotes, titles, plots, soundtrack, superheroes, Star Wars, and specials. We've done Star Wars, haven't we?
We have indeed. I just I was wondering about connections. We have any connections?
Okay, connections it is. And we got 1950s, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. You think a safe place would be the 1970s?
I think so. Yeah, come on. 1970s.
Right. Okay, so right. Do you know which actors or actresses are the links between these 1970 movies? Okay, now we're going to get 10 questions, multiple choice. If you're watching on Amazon Live, thank you. If you know the answer to any of the questions, please type it in the comments on Amazon Live and we'll read them out. Let's play question 1. Right. Which actor or actress connects these movies? Julia, 1977. The Bluebird, 1976. A Doll's House, 1973. Was the actor or actress Jane Fonda, Elizabeth Taylor, Anthony Hopkins, or Roy Scheider? Oh, that's quite. Yeah. Nick, while we're thinking about that, would you like to talk about something in your carousel, sir?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Let me pop something in my carousel. First of all, it's going to be camera driven. I've got to find it in there somewhere. Come on, where are you? It's in there somewhere, Stephen. Definitely put it in. If it's not in the carousel, I'm in trouble. No, there it is.
You're
Cool.
okay, not? All right, you're cool. Right.
It's in the carousel. Oh, hallelujah. I couldn't see it looking. Okay, this is the Nexigo N930E. It is a brilliant little kickstarting webcam. It's got a couple of things that I really like about it. It's got a lovely little setting where you can just screw it into your tripod, so you've got it totally fixed. But it also, like a lot of webcams, has a nice little opening gate, so you can just hang it off your laptop or your Mac or your PC, and that can look at you. and that is fully adjustable. Now, the other thing I like about this is that it's totally 360 degree. You can turn it all the way around. You can flip it from side to side, and you can put it back to front. So this is a cool little webcam. Now, it also has a couple of built-in mics as well, so you're going to be having improved audio and camera, and it shoots in 1080 high definition, so you can pretty much good for live streaming, good for starting on your recording as well. And it's auto focus, so you don't have to worry about being out of shot. The other thing that's really cool about it is that you can control all the different elements. So you can control your exposure, your white balance, all your hues, your contrast. There's some backlighting facility, lots and lots and lots of things to love. But the best thing of all is it's got a built-in ring light. So when you're actually on camera, so I've got a ring light facing me here. But if I didn't have that ring light, I could use this one. So it comes, I'll try not to blind everyone. Comes with 3 settings, 2 and 3. So that is actually quite bright on that third one. And if you have got it on super bright, then if you're looking at your camera, I promise you, because I've done it, you're going to get blue, blurry lines across your eyes when you finish. But it is a great little webcam. Now, I've not got the attachment on it, and it's in the box still. But also you can put a little cover on the lens as well. So I know some people are very concerned about having their cameras on their, filming them while it's all switched off. You can never tell, if you get hacked, you can switch your camera on, see what's going on behind you. So yeah, it's got a nice little cover that you can just put across there. Alternatively, you could just sit it facing the wall. But it's really good as a start off webcam. You'd be hard pressed to find something as good. It really is excellent. I really do enjoy using it. I only had it a few weeks, but it's kind of like my second go-to camera these days, because you've got so much you control. And I love using it for overhead shots. That's what I have it for my speciality. But yeah, no, really great little camera. It is in the carousel on a discount, so it's only $49.99. So for $50 for a little webcam that has got its built-in ring light, 1080 high definition live streaming capability and filming capability, full control over your exposure, white balance, and all those great things like that. Yeah, it's the Nexigo N930E, and they're really good. And actually, all these Nexigo cameras, I think they all have these built-in ring lights as well. And that was what attracted me to it in the first place. And yeah, it does actually work.
Good.
Cool.
Now, the thing is that before you actually showed the Nexigo, I never heard of them. I've got to be honest. So over the weekend, I went out to the Nexigo page on Amazon, which you can reach by clicking the link on Nick's Amazon page. And they've got a wide range of cameras, haven't they?
Oh, God, yeah, lots and lots and lots. I say I only found them because I was specifically looking for one with a ring light. And so just going to quickly demonstrate if I can, Steve, just switch the camera on mine to the Nexigo, and people are to see what we mean. So, ta-da! So, yeah, I can move it to the one side and make it brighter. And then if I'd opened up you've got the download the software as well, and then you can just go in and change a couple of little bits and pieces. If I just quickly open it, then I can give you a little demonstration of what I mean. So we can control the brightness. This is the thing on the software. You can also create presets as well. So if you know you do some filming in the kitchen, you do some filming in your office, you do some filming somewhere else, then you can actually have presets as well. You've got exposure, gain, focus, control, sharpness, backlighting. That's the backlighting I quite like. And yeah, you can change it from 50 hertz to 60 hertz. So yeah, great little camera. I think I'll keep that on me right now for a bit.
Right, okay, let's go to the quiz then. And to reread question one, and we do need help, as I've just typed in the comments on Amazon. If you know the answer, please do help us. Julia, 1977. The Bluebird, 1976. A Doll's House, 1973. Which actor or actress connects the three movies? Was it Jane Fonda, Elizabeth Taylor, Anthony Hopkins, or Roy Scheider? Now, there's the thing, because I haven't got a clue.
Have you not?
No.
That's a shame, because neither have I. And the thing is, now, my logical kind of little brain would say to me, is it a lady, because it's Julia, the Bluebird, and Doll's House. So I'm wondering if it's Jane Fonda or Elizabeth Taylor. And I've got, this is a pure guess, is that I think it might be Elizabeth Taylor. And I have nothing to back it up on whatsoever.
No, but fortunately, that's my gut feeling as well.
Oh, well.
So
what could possibly go wrong?
Well, we both agree on it. Elizabeth Taylor, then.
Elizabeth Taylor. Go on, Liz.
I know she was in the Doll's House. That's the only reason I'm saying it. No.
Jane
well.
Fonda.
Oh, we should have known. Okay.
Oh, look, at least we narrowed it down to a lady.
We jinxed it. Never mind. Nick, it's out to you.
Okay. Oh, this one might be a little bit better. Okay, so which actor or actress connects these movies? Is it All the President? Is it these three? These are the three movies. These three movies: All the President's Men in 1976, The Great Waldo Pepper 1975, and 3 Days of the Condor in 1975. And is that connected by Faye Dunaway, Paul Newman, Robert Redford, or Susan Sarandon?
Right. Whilst you're thinking,
whilst we're having a little think about it, go for it.
Yeah. Whilst we're all thinking about that, first of all, the backdrop is a work in progress. I'm going to mention the creases every time you can see them. They will be ironed out by the time we're back next week, most definitely. Right, the item down in my carousel at the moment is this. And this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is, I've got to get rid of that, just a minute. Right, let me go there. Right, I'm actually in the phone now. Okay, so we've got rid of that. Okay, now this is my new phone. I got to say, it's a brilliant piece of kit. It's got all sorts of features. First of all, it's available as either 256 gig of RAM, or 512. It's 8 times video, and 8K video and 8K photos as well. I'm going to play you a little video in about, well, when I come back for question 4. I'll play you a video actually created with this and show you some photographs as well. It has on the back, if I open up its case, which first thing you do when you get a new phone is to actually buy a new case for it. So I've got the case here, and it's got lenses, and I've got a first comment coming, which I'll take in a minute. It's got lenses, 108 megapixel, which is one of the best out there, 3 times zoom, 10 times zoom, and nightography. So those are the lenses on there, and my case covers those up. Okay, it has an awesome display. This is working on Wi-Fi at the moment, and you can see how fast it actually keeps up with your Facebook profile. In addition to the lens on the back, 108 megapixel, the front lens is 40 megapixel. So it's very, very high quality. And again, when we get to question 4, I'll show you some photographs taken with this very camera. And the thing about it is it's got a built-in stabilizer, so that when you do go out shooting video, holding a camera like that, then it's got a built-in stabilizer. And you can either shoot in 8K, or you can be super steady and shoot in 1080. And if 1080, you just can't see it. You can't see the variations at all, the steps up and down. Now, if you remember the Samsung Galaxy Note, that used to have one of these, which is the S Pen. And the S Pen is back on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is down the carousel at the moment. It's on discount. I'll confirm the discount in a moment. But with the Note, there are 7 apps actually installed on the phone, and I can just quickly write in. I'm getting quite good at this. I've got to the stage now where what I'm actually writing is legible, which I think is good. Well, sort of legible. Okay, so you can write. Also, we've seen you can actually control the phone. And the other thing is that the pen itself has air gestures. So if you set this up to take a photograph, yeah, and just let me, wait a minute, I've gone wrong somewhere. If you set this up to take a photograph, then you can use the pen air gestures to actually press the clicker. Yeah. Now, battery charging. You can either charge it with the USB-C, USB-C cable supplied, or you can buy a brick. Now, down the carousel, if you scroll along, you'll find a brick 30-watt charging. My phone, I actually ran it down to 0, and using the brick, was able to charge it up to full in an hour. So it quickly charges. Once it's fully charged, it will last for between 30 and 40 hours. But the beauty of this is the quality of the photographs and of the video. Now, when I shoot video, I go out with my trusted gimbal, okay, and you can see there it's a DJI gimbal. And I'm going to show you the DJI gimbal next, and then I'll show you video actually shot using this phone and the gimbal. And the thing to look at is the quality of the video. So all in all, you can make phone calls with it as well. You can make and send texts. It's unlocked by Samsung, so you can get your favorite carrier and you just need the SIM card. It's dual SIM. Yeah, so you could have 2 phone numbers, which is 2 sets of phone calls, 2 sets of texts, all in the one phone. It has the brightest display that Samsung have ever produced. If you are out in bright sunlight, as I was over the last 3 days, which Nick and I will no doubt talk about sometime during this broadcast, then I could actually read the phone. Okay, it just the brightness, so you can actually still read it when it's bright sunlight, which I think is actually amazing. My old phone, you couldn't see it in the sun. The sun came out, no chance. With this, it just shines brightly, and you can see everything. But its main features are the video and the camera. As I say, just to reiterate, 108 megapixel, 3 times zoom, 10 times zoom, nightography, taking photographs at night, and a 40 megapixel front camera. Set this apart from, well, this is the flagship product from Samsung for this year, for 2022, released in February. And I'm going to tell you some more about it and show you a video on question 4. So it's back to the studio and back to Nick.
Oh, I love the way you tease us with some up and coming, what you're going to be showing us later on. Okay, so which actor or actress connects these movies? All the President's Men, The Great Waldo Pepper, and The 3 Days of the Condor. Is that Faye Dunaway, Paul Newman, Robert Redford, or Susan Sarandon? And I actually think I know this one.
I'm pretty sure too. Alliteration. Robert Redford ran the ragged never mind. I go for Robert Redford.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. We've got to redeem ourselves.
Yay!
Okay. Right, let's just take this full screen to go to question 3. And question 3 is, which actor or actress connects these movies? Meteor, which was 1979, A Bridge Too Far, 1977, and Robin and Marion, 1976. Was it so long ago, Nick? Anyway, the options are Michael Caine, Audrey Hepburn, Ingrid Bergman, or Sean Connery. Ah, now there's a question. Nick, while we're pondering that, do you have something that we can see?
I do actually, and it's in the carousel now. This is not the GoPro Hero 10. Just for full disclosure, that's on my wish list. This is the Hero 4. But in the carousel, we've got the 10 along with all this amazing kit that you can get with it. Now, I do have all the kit that comes with it as well, and that's what makes this so great in the carousel, because you get we tell you about the Hero 10 first of all. It is the latest version of GoPro's waterproof, incredible cameras. It is able to, one of the things I love about it is that we can live stream from it. It's wireless and we can live stream from it, which is awesome. And actually, when you think about it, you can live stream it from anywhere, then you do actually want all this extra kit. So as you know, I'm a keen runner with the park run people. And so you can actually get this amazing, I'm not sure I'm going to put it on properly without mucking everything up. But yeah, basically, let me quick demo. Oops, without knocking the glasses. So basically, this bit of kit here allows you to, bear with me. No, that's going to be a little bit complicated, but basically, it works the same way in that you have this attaches to your chest, and you can attach your GoPro like so. Then you just screw it back in, and then you've got your GoPro on your chest as you're running along. Now, I assume I've screwed that back in. And that's really cool because, you know, you can be running and doing all sorts of stuff and you don't have to worry about what's happening with the camera. And it just makes life so much easier than trying to run carrying it with a selfie stick, as an example. So again, this little selfie stick has one of the attachments in the carousel where, again, we have these crazy little screwy bits, and everything is on an adjustable, with two hands. Sorry, it is still rather warm in Farnborough in my in my office, and my little fingers can't grip the thing.
It is still warm.
Yeah, but everything about this kit is brilliant. You can have it pointing any which way you like. You have additional, so this is the waterproof casing, and that has been tested, I can promise you, to the nth degree. My favorite one was in Barbados. We were, and I need to put this on for my show, and show you the recording of the green turtles. It was amazing. I was able to record those, look fantastic, even underwater. The clarity was unbelievable. And then the best thing was the little guide that was with us said, "Oh, is that a GoPro?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, give it here." And he basically dived under and took a film of a wreck. Now, I could never have held my breath that long, but he took a film of the wreck, came back up when I got back to the hotel. Unbelievable. Yeah, so these things just unclip it and bring it out. But also, you can have a nice little, there you go. So this all comes apart, and so you can attach it to your wrist, and then just pop it in and out. Kind of, which way hands ago. Oh, I need to unplug it. Anyway, but you can attach it to your wrist with this device. You've got lots of different bendy way shapes you can use it, and then also you've got several which have got these sticky backs as well, and so you can attach it to the sticky back, and then you could pop that on your cycle helmet. So if you want to go along with have it as a cycle camera, helmet camera, then you've got that as well. All these things. That's what I love about this element in the carousel, because it's not just the GoPro Hero 10, which is awesome, and it's the next on my list. I'm torn, Stephen, to be honest, between whether to buy another two Mevo Start to get the set, or get the GoPro 10. I think I'll be doing that first, and then getting the other Mevos as well. I love GoPros. I've had them for years, and they do what they say on the tin. You can take with the 10, you can take it can shoot in 5K, I believe, and it can shoot at 60 frames per second. As I say, live streams at 1080 wirelessly, and yeah, so it's a brilliant camera for you. Go do your live streams. Again, you can live stream from anywhere when you've got a wireless camera that connects. So yeah, with all the kit there as well in the carousel, it's a real bargain. So $524 for the camera and the kit. I think the camera The camera, when I was talking about it on Saturday, had $100 off. It was $399. So go check it out in the carousel and see what you can help yourself to. It's a brilliant piece of kit.
Okay, now we say hello to Ed, who's watching us on Facebook. Hello, Ed, and we are live, yes. A word of explanation to everybody who's watching us live, both on Nick's page and on my page. We are broadcasting to both pages at the same time, and that makes life, well, for us it makes it easy, but it means that when we're talking about things, we're talking about each other's, well, you get where I'm going with that. But you are watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen and Nick, and it is Monday, and we've just come out of, well, we don't do hot weather, do we, Nick? And
not very often.
It's been 95 degrees in the UK for 3 days running, and we're indoors today, and the heat is still indoors. It's, well, I can tell you, in my office at the moment, it is 86 degrees, and I know Nick's is similar. So we are battling against the heat, which we don't do well. But we'll keep going, and let's just see if we can go through question 3 again. And question 3 is, which actor or actress connects these movies? The movies are Meteor, Bridge Too Far, and Robin and Marion. And was it Michael Caine, Audrey Hepburn, Ingrid Bergman, or Sean Connery?
It was Robin and Marion that gave it away.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was, I won't do an impression of him. I think that was Mr. Connery.
So we're going to go with Sean Connery then.
Yeah, let's go Sean Connery.
Okay.
Yay.
Which brings question 4, and it's over to Nick.
Okay, then. So, which actor or actress connects these movies? Being there to see such fun in 1977, The Magic Christian in 1970. Was that Christopher Lee, Peter Sellers, Shirley MacLaine, or Alec Guinness? So, which one of those 4 connects being there?
All right. Okay. Yep.
Fun and The Magic Christian.
I've actually got that one. I think I got the answer to that, but we'll crack on. Okay. Now, just to show this again, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is still down in the carousel. This is the quality of display on the Samsung Galaxy S22. Yes, we're live on Facebook. This is the Facebook feed, but it runs slightly slower because we're actually going out to Facebook and Amazon and YouTube today. Okay, so I suppose the next thing is to connect it with the next item in my carousel. Now I've got this super mobile phone, which is capable of 8K video. I thought now is the time to upgrade my gimbal. And for the first time ever, I've got myself a DJI gimbal. Now, just to give you a comparison, this is my home gimbal and this is its carrying case. This is the DJI carrying case and it's a lot smaller. And it's a lot smaller because the gimbal itself is a lot smaller. Now, I do a lot of outdoor photography, okay. Weekdays, you'll find me on here, Monday with Nick, and then solo every day at 11 a.m., Tuesday through Friday. But this gimbal is, well, it's quality. It's a DJI. Now, when you take it out of the box, it looks like this. That's its beautiful carrying case, which you can go into your rucksack. And then you just basically swivel it like that. And every time I do this, it goes wrong. And that's first stage. Okay, so you just unlock it and it's very easy to do. And you'll notice on the top, it's got a magnetic mount. So let's go back to the bag, shall we? And in the bag, we have, I'm fighting the bag now. It won't come out. Yes, it will. It's got to. It's tangled up in there. All right, okay. This is the magnet, and all you do is to take your phone, yeah, and you put the magnet halfway down your phone, like so, and stretch it, and that's it, in seconds. This is now ready to go with the gimbal. So that being the case, we take the gimbal. Okay, and we've got the magnet on the gimbal, we've got the magnet on the phone, and we just go like that. And that is just a slight adjustment, which you don't need to see. That is the phone is on the gimbal. Okay, and then you switch the gimbal on. And if I go here, this probably won't work because we're actually doing a live demonstration. Never demonstrate things like this live. Right, okay, that's better. Okay, so now the gimbal is actually working, and that's it. And then you just press record on the phone and you're off and running. Now, over the weekend, I can talk about this. I can talk about the gimbal. I can talk about the Samsung S22 mobile. But what I thought I'd do is, rather than talk about them, is to actually show you a video. So down in my carousel, I've got a video. This video was taken with this combination of the gimbal and the phone. And what you're looking at here is two things. One, the quality of the video, and two, the steadiness. And marks out of 10 at the end of this demonstration, please. Okay, so there's the video on screen. He said, that doesn't look right, does it, Nick?
It's looking a little bit dark, I'll be honest.
Just a minute. It is looking a little bit dark. This is good. This is very good. I love it when things go wrong. Just a minute. I'm going to do some repairing. That's the second time it's lost the video.
Oh,
okay. So let's remove the video. Okay, which will bring us back to this screen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to chat for a second whilst I get the video back, because you've got to see the video. I've been told you about it. I have to show you the video.
You've been trailing it, so yeah, we need to see the video for sure.
Yeah,
it marks out there. I've now found myself. I've got a spare little attachment for my GoPro, and I can't think which bit it's from. It's a little bit frustrating.
You've got something left over.
Yeah. A bit weird, but
okay.
Hey, I'm sure there's something I've dropped.
I'm just going to videos. It'll be worth it. And I'm going to go here. Okay, and a walk in the quartz garden. I'm going to copy the URL. Okay, and come back to the studio. All things being equal, I'm going to share. It'll be worth it. Honestly, it'll be worth it. Okay, not that bit. You know how one thing goes wrong and then panic sets in?
Yeah, that's okay. Take your time. And for people that have just tuned in, if you look at Stephen's brick wall behind him, you could do with a bit of an iron. But shh, we don't mention that at all.
No, we don't. We don't. It would be remiss of us to actually.
But it looks brilliant, I have to say. I'm so impressed with that. Definitely going to have a little look. See if I can reduce something with my green screen.
Right, let's try again, shall we?
Okay. There you
go. Right, okay. I'm going to press play, Nick. I'm going to risk it. So I'm going to switch Nick's microphone off. I'm going to switch my microphone off and press play. The thing about Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around. Enjoy. We're at the Quartz Garden and just had lunch. And the thing about the Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy
the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I'm using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, or like that, or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And I'm just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone, so this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. But let's look at the borders. And there are people here today. Car park was full, but I don't think everybody actually came over here. But there's just flowers here in full bloom. We are at the beginning of August, first week in August, and the grounds here are just absolutely stunning. Now, the other thing that's important this year is that I've got my new eyes, which means that this year I can actually see clearly where I'm going. That's the entrance over there, where you come in, and then you led into the gardens. There's a cafe just around the corner, and everywhere there are places to actually sit down.
No.
Right, okay, we're back. Are we back?
We are back.
Right, okay. So that video was created, come to me for a second. That video was created with the mobile phone. I've still got it on the gimbal, by the way, just a minute. Just let me take it's on the gimbal, and just holding it like that. Well, it's not going terribly well, is it? Just holding the gimbal. I'm just going to switch it off. Okay, so it's safely off now. Okay. Holding the gimbal makes it super smooth, as you saw in that video. I was quite impressed by the quality of the video. The quality of any images taken is equally as good, because they're both 8K images and 8K video. Now, the thing about shooting an 8K video is that what you've sort of got to work out where to put it, and it's so big. Okay, the video. Well, this is a problem. That was a 20-minute video, and it was 2 gigabytes. Now, if you try to upload 2 gigabytes to YouTube or to Google Drive, you've got a loser. So what I did to be able to show it in my studio then is I got a piece of software, which I'll tell you about later in the week. But a piece of software was $30, and it reduces the 8K video to a 1080 video, which is a shame, really. But it just makes the video more usable, and the quality still holds. Okay, because it originally shot in 8K. When I actually play the video, you can still see the great quality. So a gimbal is an amazing piece of kit which can allow you to take semi-professional to professional video. And if you've got a phone like the Samsung Galaxy S22, which is down the carousel, then you've got a winning combination. So the mobile phone with the gimbal just work so well together, and you can take 8K video and 8K photographs, and I just love both of them, he said, quite honestly. Because the thing about this is both Nick and I are sharing you products that we actually enjoy using. Yeah. And to that extent, this is, I'll bring the quiz back. this is just a superb winning combination. And hopefully, when we go back to the quiz in a minute, I'll actually be able to take it off the magnet. But that's another thing. Anyway, over to the question, which is question 4. Nick, it's over to you.
Cool. So the question was, which actor or actress connects these movies? Being There in 1980, To See Such Fun in 1977, and The Magic Christian in 1970. And I don't know about you, Stephen, but the only one I know that who was in it was Being There.
So we're going to go for the same one again, are we?
I think it was Peter Sellers. Yeah.
I agree totally.
Nancy Gardner.
Okay, which brings us to question 5. Question 5, and if you can help us with the answers and you're watching live on Amazon Live, just type the answer in the comments and we will read out your name and your comment. So, which actor or actress connects these movies? Tommy in 1975, Chinatown in 1974, and The King of Marvin Gardens in 1972. Was it Orson Welles, Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway, or Helen Burstyn? That's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all difficult if you don't know the answer. Let's be honest.
That's true. Okay, so Nick, do you have anything to show us?
I do, and actually, I have to apologise to my lovely Blue Yeti, because actually I did a show a couple of days ago and didn't include it, which is very unlike me. I know, I know, it's a shocker. But no, this is my favourite Blue Yeti microphone that I've had for many years now. It's like a tried and trusted old friend. It is actually on a bit of a discount today, so it's down at $99.99 in the carousel, and for that you're going to be getting a professional quality microphone with which you can make beautiful recordings. And this is what we always say to you guys, is that, you know, you're watching us on Amazon, you've got something in the carousel, chances are you're going to click the carousel, go and have a look at that item, and while you're looking at that item, you're still listening, because it'll open up in a new tab, but you're still listening to the show and can hear Stephen and I. So you can still hear me coming through loud and clear on the Yeti. So that's when our audio is as important, if not sometimes more important, than the quality of our video. Anyway, what do I love about this amazing microphone? Is basically it's a four settings multi-directional mic. I have it currently on Cartoid, which is one directional just for me, but we can switch it over here. We can just switch that button and it can be bi-directional, so I can have someone sitting across from me on my desk and we can have a bi-directional pickup and conversation. Now it's also got a setting which makes it omnidirectional, so that picks up everything that will be going around. And often, you know, if you've got maybe you've got recording of a whole group of people, then that would be for that. And then you can switch it then to stereo setting as well, so that way you can walk. I can demonstrate walking from one side of the office to the other side. You will hear my dulcet tones go from one ear to the other ear if you're listening in stereo. Now, with all microphones, I think it's really important, and particularly with the Yeti, is this button here. You've got the gain control, and it's very sensitive, because if I didn't have my my noise cancelling software on and the Mac, the motor powered up, chances are you'd actually hear it, because it's very, very sensitive. Now, when you're setting up your microphone, which is super simple, by the way, you just plug it in the bottom. Let's get it around, right? Plug it in the bottom here, then it's a USB in the back of your Mac, your PC, or your laptop. Then it will just play automatically. But if you go into your computer settings and microphone settings, that way you can actually play around with the gain and see what is coming through really, really well. Now, switch it around, and this time you'll actually notice, hopefully you will notice now, that my audio has slightly changed, because I've got it on one direction. I'm sitting behind it now. And we have a couple of important buttons here. We have the all-important mute button. So if you're going to do a loud cough for a big sneeze, you can always mute yourself, but remember to unmute yourself afterwards. We've all done that, where we've muted ourselves and carried on chatting away, oblivious to the fact that no one could hear us. There's also volume control here, and that's not a volume for controlling how loud you sound on the mic. That's actually volume because we've got some headphone jack sockets underneath, so you can actually listen to your audio as you're talking. Now, as you can see, I have this on a lovely little desk stand, and so it's nice padded. It's not felt, but it's just a nice padding to bring out any noise and muffle any vibration. But also, as you can see here, this is the universal microphone jack socket as well. So it will plug into, or you can screw it into any microphone stand that is a standard jack socket. I say it looks amazing. It always sounds amazing. Listen, microphones are very, very personalized. So do go and check out. Stephen's using a different mic. It's our clarity. As long as you get the clarity coming through and you like how you sound, then that's the most important thing. So that is the amazing Blue Yeti on a discount today. You can get it for $99.99 in the carousel. Well worth it. And I always like to mention my very first video guru, a lovely guy called Ben Brophy, first introduced me to the Blue Yeti, and I still chat to him on Facebook even now. But yeah, absolutely fantastic microphone. Never lets me down. Touch wood. It's a curse of the whatever it's called, commentator.
Yeah, I've got you. I know whereof you speak. I know whereof you speak. And hello to John Gray and to Graham Newsom watching us live on Facebook. If you click the link above, you can join us on Amazon, but you don't have to. We're grateful for the fact that you're actually watching us on Facebook. So the question was, and I'm going to go over to the page. Which actor or actress connects these movies? 1975 Tommy, 1974 Chinatown, and 1972 The King of Marvin Gardens. Was it Orson Welles, Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway, or Ellen Burstyn? Do you have an inkling, Nick?
Well, I'm not sure. I thought Tommy initially. I just thought Tommy was that's Who's rock opera. That would have been about the same sort of time. But I don't think any of those were in it. So I don't know.
Okay. If you're watching live on Facebook, and we say hello to Barry and Conchita and Dida, if you know the answer, then please type it in.
And can I think also hi Corinda, who's watching on Amazon. So Corinda, if you know, that'd be really helpful.
And just as a note, Corinda, because we're actually broadcasting on Nick's page and my page at the moment, we can't show the comments on screen. That's possible in the future. Who knows? Fingers crossed, toes crossed, it will happen. Okay, so let's back to the quiz, and I'm going to go with, because I know Chinatown. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Jack Nicholson.
Oh.
You think that's fair or not?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because I don't have a clue. Oh, well done.
Questions? Thank you. Question 6.
Okay, question 6. Which actor or actress connects these movies? The Missouri Breaks, 1976, The Godfather, 1972, and Candy, 1968. Is that Al Pacino, Walter Matthau? I can't remember how you say it.
Matthau, yeah.
Matthau. Thank you. Sophia Loren or Marlon Brando? Oh, Al Pacino, Walter Matthau, Sophia Loren, or Marlon Brando?
Well,
which film? Ooh.
We're gonna have to think about that one.
Yeah.
Really are going to have to think about that one. I'm going to explain the backdrop again. It's a new backdrop. It's got creases in it. I know it's got creases in it. We're actually going to iron those out so that when Nick and I come back next Monday, it will look like a brick wall rather than a photography backdrop. Okay, and just to say that we're still live on Facebook, and hello to Barry and to Conchita and to Dida for actually joining us on Facebook. And in a second, that would show the quality of the Samsung. Now, when you're out and about with a gimbal, okay, and your mobile phone, yeah, so you put the mobile phone in the gimbal and you're happily shooting the video. There is one thing that you can improve, which is the difference between a video for your use and a video that people can watch on YouTube, and that is to improve the sound. Now, to improve the sound, you need a lapel microphone. And down in the carousel at the moment is the lapel microphone that I've been using for the last couple of years. It is $35.45, and if I can find it, it's here. Okay. Now, the thing about the lapel microphone, as I take it out of its casing, on the back it says words can change lives, record them perfectly. And with this microphone, the power device microphone, you can do just that. If I take it out, and I never understand, I mean, when I put this in its case, it wasn't tangled at all. Okay, somewhere in here, I've got to straighten this out, obviously, after the show. That's the lapel microphone. And basically the microphone is under the cover, and then you've got a crocodile clip. And you take the crocodile clip and you just attach it, and then you stand up and you say, that's the crocodile clip. And that's all you need to do. Okay. And then the other end is this, which is a 3.5mm jack. Now, normally this would not be a problem with my old phone, but my beautiful Samsung Galaxy S22, along with phones like the iPhone 12, the iPhone 13, and the Galaxy 21, don't have an audio socket on the bottom. Now, this is my favorite lapel microphone, and I want to carry on using it. So, down in the carousel, if you just click along, you will find this widget, and this widget, that's all you can call it really. This widget goes from a 3.5mm, yeah, I just put that in there, to a USB-C. And the USB-C you can put into your phone like so. And as soon as you plug it into your phone through the USB-C connection, then this microphone has taken over until it's taken out again. So this microphone is the one that's going to be on the recording. And it is important.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Sorry. I must have said something that sounded like Alexa then. I didn't. I know I didn't, but she's obviously listening. Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 25 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of 16 degrees.
We're getting into normal times. In my office today, and possibly in Nick's, it's currently 87 degrees Fahrenheit. So you know, but the lapel microphone is the difference between good quality sound and reasonable quality sound. The video you just listened to a few moments ago was done with the internal microphone. But when you've got an external mic, like the lapel mic, it is totally different quality. Okay. You can have the noise all around you, but the voice that's heard first is your voice. And that's important, because if you're going to be putting the video on YouTube, people are going to watch the video, but they're also listening. And if the sound quality isn't good, yeah, I mean, if you're in heavy traffic, having a lapel microphone is important. If you're in a crowd, having a lapel microphone is important. And the microphone with this widget, which is down the carousel, means that your sound is immeasurably better. Now, I better just mention, in case you can hear it, but I'm sure you can't, I have a neighbor next door, and it's 85 degrees. My windows are open, their windows are open. He's currently installing a bathroom. If you were perchance to hear any drilling, which you shouldn't, then I've got drilling going on in the background, and I may be slightly distracted from time to time. But hopefully you won't hear it. The only thing you'll hear is my voice because of the noise cancellation software I've got on. So, but the second thing about this microphone is I'm a Udemy instructor with classes on Udemy, which I've done over the last 5 years. I've got over 15,000 students on there, and I teach people all about live broadcasting. And when I did my first Udemy course, first video I did was rejected. We're now 9 courses down the line, so I got the solution. They said you've got 2 things you can do. If you want to record an instructional video and you want people to be able to hear it properly, you can soundproof the whole of your office, yeah? Or you can spend $35 on a lapel microphone. So I spent the $35 on a lapel microphone. All my videos on Udemy are done with the lapel microphone and are high enough quality. I mean, Udemy is sticklers for quality. Udemy are the greatest sellers of online courses around the world. And they're strict on video, they're strict on sound. Because if you pay $50, if you pay $50 for a course, and you pay $50 to buy a course for life, then you want good quality video and good quality sound. The lapel microphone provides a good quality sound. Now, during this broadcast, Nick or I may mention our microphones. Well, Nick's already mentioned his, so I'll mention mine. It's an Elgato Wave 3 microphone. That's what you're listening to at the moment. But in addition to that, this microphone that I've got here, this $35 microphone, could be your first external microphone. You don't have to look at the Blue Yeti, look at the Elgato, but do consider, if you're just starting out on live video, not sure whether you like it or not, get the $35 lapel microphone. You can use it on your mobile phone straight away. You can use it, connect it to your PC or Mac, and it will work. You are absorbing the sound because the microphone is up against your body, and it means you've got better quality sound than you would do using the internal microphone on the mobile phone or on your PC or Mac. Better quality. Okay, so that's that. And that takes us back to the question, what we're talking about, Nick.
Yes. So which actor or actress connects these movies? The Missouri Breaks, The Godfather, and Candy. Is that Al Pacino, Walter Matthau, Sophia Loren, or Marlon Brando? Marlon Brando was the Godfather, wasn't he?
He was the Godfather. Al Pacino was in The Godfather too. I don't think Sophia Loren was. I don't think it's a bit heavy for Walter Matthau, isn't it? So, having muddied the waters, are we going to go with Marlon Brando?
I think so, just because of Candy in 1968.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. 3, 2, 1. Well played, Nick. Well played, that man. Well played, Nick. Okay, so I'm going to go on to question number 7 now. Question number 7 is, which actor or actress connects these movies? The True Confessions, 1981. I looked at the answers then. I shouldn't have done. The Deer Hunter, 1978. Taxi Driver, 1976. Was the artiste, let's say artiste rather than actor and actress.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Harvey Keitel, or Tony Curtis. And whilst you're pondering that, Nick, let's go to your next item.
We've got a fair idea. Now, this is up in the carousel. This is my new toy. It is absolutely fantastic. This is the Mevo Start. It is, just by looking at it, yes, it's another webcam, it's another camera, but this is so much more than a camera because it's actually a studio as well. We can live stream using this camera from anywhere. We don't have to be in our studios, we don't have to be in our houses, we can be out and about, and it's really coming into its own, particularly for record or live streaming, your kids' sporting events, your church services. It is a really great camera. It's got a cracking Sony lens. Unfortunately, I'm just having a little issue connecting it all up today, so otherwise I'd actually be able to show you it. But yeah, it's got a fantastic camera. Let me tell you about the camera first. So it's got this amazing lens, shoots in 1080 high definition. It's got 3 different microphones around the top here. But let me just show you around the bottom. And actually, in the carousel, guys, this interesting part, you've got a little SD bit there that you can put your little SD card in. And I've got that in the carousel. I think I've got 128 gigs of storage. Why is that important? Because whilst we're out and about, it's got a 6-hour battery life. But whilst we're out and about live streaming, we can either use a hotspot or phones, our cell phones data. But everyone is, if everyone's pinging the same tower or everyone's on the same wireless network, sometimes with lots of people all shooting video, then you might have a little bit of an issue on your live stream. The brilliant thing about this is when you're live streaming, it is also recording to the hard drive. So it's recording in 1080 high definition. So no matter what your actual live stream is like, so if one would hope it's going to be good, but if you've got some fuzziness, if it's not so great, maybe you lost some elements, you can always go back and actually you've got a brilliant high definition recording that you can upload and replace as well. And I have to say, when we live stream, we are at the mercy of how good our live stream wireless is at times, or our providers are. But at least now because it's recording directly from the camera, you've got a brilliant recording as well. Now, as you can see, it's actually got a little wire plugged in at the moment. That's because I'm just charging it. You see little batteries, little lights coming up here. But actually, yeah, it is completely wireless. You do not need it charging. However, there is in beta testing, and you can access it on the camera. You can actually plug it in like this, and then it becomes a wired. You can actually have it as a wired webcam as well. So you got both things there. Also, we have a little jack socket there where we can plug in different microphones as well. Now, there's also, I know from Apple, we've got an adapter that we can actually plug it in, and we can attach it to the Blue Yeti through the iPad. So that's really cool. Now, what else am I going to tell you about this one? Right. The fact that you can live stream from it. So it's got its own studio. So in the same way that we have here, we can put our overlays on. We can, in this camera, just by using this camera, we don't need third-party software. We can live stream directly to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Vimeo, all there. It also has RTMP, which means we can actually live stream anywhere. We can live stream to Amazon. We also have control of the bit rate as well. So on some third-party softwares, we were struggling to go live on Amazon because they didn't have the right bit rate. Here we can control our bit rate in this camera as well. So we can make our own overlays in here. So we can have our bottom thirds, we can have overlays. We also have a countdown timer, which we love when we're live streaming. Countdown timers, we can upload slides, so you can actually play a slideshow, and also PDFs. It is so much in one little device. Now, the thing is, in the carousel, it's actually on a discount. So it's $379.99 in the carousel, but you can actually get an even bigger discount if you buy 3. Why would you want to buy 3? Because the studio is controlled by your cell phone, or let me put this down for a minute, your cell phone or your pad, whatever. And I'm going to upload the app. So because I've only got the one, this is just the app for one phone, and then hopefully it'll connect in a trice, and we can then move all our settings, so we can have multiple frames. So we can have a frame of me in different angles. We can actually track. I love these live demonstrations. We can actually track our faces, so we can set it to recognize a face, and as I move, the camera will move with me, go up and down in the frame, and it will keep me all framed. We can also just move it ourselves. We can zoom in by just pinching in. We can zoom out. It is absolutely fantastic, and it'd be even more fantastic if I could actually get it to demonstrate properly. But we will certainly be demonstrating it again, hopefully later, or it's going to be on my carousel forever. I think.
No surprises there.
I love it so much. It is great. It is a step up in quality. But the things you can do, you can actually have all 3 cameras. That's not going to play ball with us for some reason today. But yeah, so you can actually control all 3 cameras. So you have got an entire studio. So the ideal is, as a good example, would be for the cooking show. I can have 3 cameras, one on me, one on the chopping board, one overhead on the hob, and I can just easily just tap my screen while I'm talking or cooking, and I can move the camera angles and the different frames. It is absolutely incredible. So yeah, so you get a set of 3 with a bigger discount for $900 and something.
Yeah.
Well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. It is great. Say 6-hour battery life. Yeah, I'm loving playing with it, using it, and live streaming with it. So there you go. That is the Mevo Start from Logitech.
Yeah, I've got to say, hang on. Yeah, I've got to say, it's actually on my, I mean, since you first showed it to us, it's on my wish list of cameras to add to my collection. We'll see one of my other cameras in a minute, but it does look a beautiful piece of kit.
It is, and actually, this is the thing, Stephen. As I said earlier, live streaming with you cost me a fortune because I was umming and ahhing about whether to get the GoPro 10, and you said you pointed this one out to me, and I was looking at it thinking, oh, do you know what? I'll get this one first and see.
Yeah,
yeah, because it is the actual. You've got the studio in the camera, and you can just live stream. And the fact that it's got RTMP there as well is just.
That's the icing on the cake, isn't it? That's the icing on the cake. Because you can go anywhere.
Everywhere. And then, of course, we can link that to Switchboard and all the other great things. So one camera, live stream everywhere.
Indeed, indeed. And Amazon Live from the field, from Farnborough, from the Farnborough airfield. How about that? Well, that would be something. I'll go live from Stonehenge. You go live from Farnborough, and we'll see what we can sort out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I can go to the perimeter and just zoom in. Yeah. We can see who's famous and arriving at the airfield.
Okay, so question 7 of 10. We are batting 5 out of 6. This is question 7. Movies are True Confessions, The Deer Hunter, and Taxi Driver. Was the artiste Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Harvey Keitel, or Tony Curtis?
Oh, I think you might know this one, Stephen. It's very famous.
He's got a song, hasn't he? By Bananarama.
Yeah, that's right. He's waiting.
The Bananarama song. Right, so that's how far Nick and I go back. We know Bananarama, not personally, but we know.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, those were the days.
Okay, so
let's go for it.
Let's go for it. We're going to go for Robert De Niro. Brilliant. Question 8, Nick.
Fantastic. Okay, so which artiste then connects these 3 movies: An Enemy of the People, The Towering Inferno, and Papillon? 1973. Is that Paul Newman, Dustin Hoffman, Steve McQueen, or James Garner? God, James Garner. God, not heard from him for a while. But yes, so The Enemy of the People, The Towering Inferno, and Papillon. Paul Newman.
Papillon is an amazing film. Difficult to watch at times. Yeah,
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Right, it stars 2 of the 4 people who are actually on that list there.
No.
Right, so we've got it down to 2 people. Okay, now, basically, we want to give a shout out to our good friend Corinda, who lives close to London in Staines, near to Heathrow. And Corinda, unfortunately, has caught COVID and is resting at home at the moment. So, Corinda, just take care. And we look forward to you being back live on Amazon and on Facebook and everywhere else. We can empathize, and my best wishes, Nick.
And mine too, Corinda. Yeah, absolutely. Hope get well soon, my friend.
Okay, which makes it it's my turn, isn't it?
It's your turn. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to switch Nick's camera off. I'm going to switch that camera off, and I'm going to bring this camera in. Okay, and hopefully if I go off full screen, you should have 2 cameras side by side. Yes. Okay, the next camera we're going to talk about is the one that way, which is the Obspot 4K. Now, I've been inquisitive about 4K cameras for quite a while, and I took the plunge with the Logitech Brio, which you're actually watching now. This is the Logitech Brio. And then I went for the Obspot 4K, and this is the Obspot 4K. Now it's down in the carousel at the moment. It's $269. It's a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, and zoom, and it has 3 presets. Now it's actually on. If I go here and go here, okay, this is the Obspot tiny camera. And you've got the lens at the top, and then you've got the body, and it's on a 2-axis gimbal, which means that this camera can swivel through 180 degrees. This is not your normal camera, which is sat on top of your monitor. This can actually go places. Okay, it's got 3 presets. So this is the first preset, which is to my desktop. And just whilst I'm here, Nick won't mind, I know. We've got Logitech C920, I hope so. Logitech C920X. We've got the Anchor 4-way USB, which is brilliant. It's allowing to use 2 cameras, 2 microphones today. We've got the Echo Dot, whose name I will not say. I'm broadcasting today on Wi-Fi using, I'm not wired, I'm using the TP-Link Echo. Also on the table are the Aftershocks headphones and the Treblub X3 Pro earbuds. And then there's the Obspot tiny camera. And I've got 2 Obspots, which is why I can show you one of them. One's actually filming this, and the other one is, just let me go here. I'm actually live. Can you see that? I'm actually live. If I go there, just a minute. No, that's the wrong button. I'm going to get the wrong button, I know I am. Nope, I'm going to leave that alone because we're not talking about Samsung Galaxy. We've done that yet. So the thing about the Obspot, it's got 3 preset views. So outside is the first preset view. So those are my neighbour's garden. That is a live shot. And as we were told earlier, it's about 25 degrees today, which is 10 degrees down on what it was. The second shot is of the desktop. Yeah. And the third shot is me. Okay. Now, what we can do straight away is we can do a comparison between we'll tell the difference. Which is which? Which is the Brio and which is the Obspot? Now, I've got a problem here. I'm supposed to be looking at 2 cameras at the same time. I can't do that. It takes me more time to actually look at 1 camera, never mind looking at 2. But one of these is the Obspot. It's on the right-hand side. The Obspot is on the right-hand side. Now, Obspot are a great company. They're committed to continuous and never-ending improvement, as am I. And Tony Robbins is too, just to throw in a name. But they update the software on a regular basis, both the firmware in the camera and the software that controls it on the desktop. And the way that I'm doing this at the moment is I've got 2 cameras and 1 microphone. And the microphones we know, I said earlier, is the Elgato Wave 3, which is down in the carousel. I also got the backdrop as well. But the thing about the Obspot Tiny is this. It can do the 3 presets. Okay, so I can go to the garden. I can go to the desktop. I can come back to me. Yeah. But I'm coming back to me for a particular reason. If I close the first camera off so that we're just watching the Obspot, sorry, watching the Obspot now, it has AI tracking software. If you go like that, the camera will start tracking you. If you go like that, the camera will stop tracking you. If you go like that, you can zoom in. Go like that, you can zoom out. Talking of zooming, it's a 4K camera, which is the best we can get, 720, 1080, 4K. You can take it out of the box. You can broadcast directly to YouTube for free in 4K from OBS. Just go to OBS, add your camera, set your destination to YouTube, change the resolution to 4K. And when you get to YouTube and you watch the replay, it is astonishing. The quality of 4K video over 1080 and 720. But you do need to reboot your machine and load OBS directly. Just don't have anything in the way because you need some ninja power to actually do it. Okay, and OBS is free, and it's despite what people say, adding your camera, setting a destination, and changing the resolutions are 3 things you can do very easily. So now at this part of the demonstration, it's either going to work or not work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the button, just one button. And you're now about to see that I am not in front of a brick wall. So I'm going backwards and I'm going to stand up now. 3, 2, 1. I'm standing up. Yay. Now, Nick's saying, yeah, because this doesn't always work, especially when I press the button at the wrong time. The thing about the Obspot is that it has AI tracking software, which means that it can follow you. So it sat down is one thing. That's what we can do with the Brio and with the Nexigo. But in terms of standing up, if I go here, just a minute, let's just go here, just a second. Just a minute. I just need to do something. And then you'll see. Okay, I'm going to go, sorry about that. I'm going to go picture in picture that way around. So I'm standing up. I just want to prove this. I'm standing up and the Obspot's lost it. Just a minute. We'll get there. Just a second. Let's try again. Okay. Right. The thing about the Obspot, as I was saying a moment ago, oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. I've done something wrong. It was going so well until I tried to get. Hang on. Never give in. Persistence.
That's it. Keep going.
Keep going. Now the camera, it's not good. Just a minute. Let's try again. It's not going to work, Nick. I mean, what have I done? I've broken it. Just a second. I'll have one last go. This is fun. This is an outtake. Definitely. Just let's go back here. Okay. So let's go back to me. Let's go there, and let's try again. Yay! Sorry about that. That was a bit loud. The thing about the Obspot, you can see what's happening here. The Brio's totally lost me. It hasn't got a clue where I am. But if I go and I can walk around and I come and stand over here, and I'm leaning, by the way, then first of all, you can see that the Obspot's coping with this. I can stand up, I can move around quite freely, and the Obspot will follow me, and it will always give me headroom. Yeah, it will just, you can see my brick wall there and the stand that I've got the brick wall on. But this is just, you can have so much fun with this camera because you can sit down and you can stand up, and I could give you probably a better demonstration of the beautiful gimbal that's down the carousel, the DJI gimbal, by standing up. And it's just, well, I just love the Obspot Tiny. So in summary, you have 3 presets, the ability to go to the 3 different positions just by the press of a button. You can adjust them any time. You can, as I've just proved, after a while, you can actually get the camera to track you as you move. Brilliant. Okay. It is 4K, which means you can broadcast to YouTube in 4K and see the astounding quality of a 4K broadcast. And it is also 4 times zoom. Now, I can show you that. If I come back and go here, just a minute, whilst I'm moving around, what I'm going to do is go back here, yeah, over to the desktop. So you can see me sitting down, and the Brio should pick me up in a minute. Okay, so the Brio's found me, which is good. But that's the camera that's doing it. That's the Obspot. It's 4K. It's 4 times zoom. It's 4 times the fun of I'm going to say a fixed camera like the Brio, which I'm going to talk about next. But it is just an amazing camera, and with that demonstration, which went almost according to plan. Yeah.
Oh, it seemed absolutely seamless.
Almost according to plan. I'm going to hide the camera and take myself off solo. And I think we're back in a second. Just a minute. What have I done? Oh, wait a minute.
Yay!
Whoa. Woo. That was a close one thing. Anyway, back to the question, Nick.
Cool. So the question was, which artiste connects these 3 movies? An Enemy of the People, The Towering Inferno, and Papillon. Is it Paul Newman, Dustin Hoffman, Steve McQueen, or James Garner?
Right. Okay.
I don't.
Now,
I'm not sure.
Okay. Which you're torn between?
Steve McQueen and Paul Newman.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Dustin Hoffman was in Papillon, as was Steve McQueen. No, wait a minute. Who was in Towering Inferno? Oh, who can we picture in Towering Inferno?
I thought Paul Newman and Steve
You thought it was
McQueen.
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman, and then Steve McQueen was the fireman or the fire chief, I think.
So they were both right. So both McQueen and Hoffman were in Papillon. Newman and McQueen were in Papillon. Any of the people. So we've got a straight 50-50 between Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. What's your gut feeling say, Nick?
Steve McQueen.
All right, okay, let's go.
Oh, no, my gut feeling says Paul Newman. Sorry.
Paul Newman. Oh. Right. Okay, never mind. Let's go back again. Never mind.
I'm going to blame the heat.
Okay. Which actor or actress connects these movies? Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, 1974. The King of Marvin Gardens, 1972. And The Last Picture Show, 1971. Is it Jack Nicholson, Jeff Bridges, Tony Curtis, or Helen Burstyn? If you know the answer and you're watching this live on Amazon, then please do type it in. Nick, what can you demonstrate to us next?
Wowza. Well, as you've got your excellent backdrop, I thought actually in the carousel, I've got my newer portable studio set up. So, because half of it's on display right here anyway. So this is, actually, I'm going to stand up for this as well. And just move the camera. So this, as you can see, is the green screen, the backdrop, and that is on a big frame, and that's going up to the ceiling. It goes several feet higher than that, and that is brilliant. As a studio, you want to play around with your green screen, we can change. This is recording, so we can record it. We can then put in a background that we actually want, but this kit doesn't just come with the green cloth background. It also has a black cloth background and a white cloth background, so you can do some great things. And for the backdrop, for the black one, it doesn't matter if it's video or photography, but the black backdrop is really good if you've got products that you actually want to take a photograph of. There's nothing quite better than having it on a black background. And the white one, a few years ago when I first got this, actually I did a lot with the white backdrop, influenced by Apple. That Apple were using a lot of white backgrounds at the time as well, so I was figured imitation is the greatest form of flattery, so I'd do that. Now it also comes, now everything is portable, and a few years back I was actually asked to go do a video shoot of lots of the internals of lots of different service departments in London. So I had to go into the city, I had to go to St Paul's Cathedral around there, also had several apartments in Chelsea and Mayfair, which was all rather nice. So I think I did about 12 in one day, and so every time I went into one apartment I had to get all the kit out, get the box lights out, get the video set up, do the panning and shooting, and then take it all down, move it. And so it comes in two really handy cases, and they're not so heavy, but they contain the two box lights, one of which I have here and I'm going to demonstrate in a minute, two umbrella lights, the stand with the backdrop, and also the box and umbrella lights also have their own stands, which brilliantly, when I'm talking about my Mevo Smart, I actually use one of those stands to screw that in, because those stands also have they're also a standard screw on a tripod fitting. So let me just show you this. So hopefully I'm not going to shut everything on the floor now while I show this. But this is one of the box lights, diffused box light. See, and it's huge. And to prove it does work. Okay, so it all works, all fits in, diffused beautifully. And yeah, so there's 2 of those in the kit. So it's got to be easy to take apart. So the diffuser is all
Yep.
Velcro, fantastic. The light, tungsten light, just unscrews like so. Super simple. And actually, I always thought that was going to be really hot, but it doesn't get too hot. That just pulls down, and then everything just
Perfect demonstration, Nick.
goes lovely in there like that. There you go. And that's how small it then gets. That then goes into a little case just over there, and it's great. So you can take these all around. Well, I took them all around London, and it was so easy just to put them together, bring them back down again. I say the stands just they'll fit down. They're all just extendable, all on little triangular feet, and they are really great. So if you ever want to start and actually, using a studio, being more creative than maybe that you were doing, actually doing some professional jobs as well for clients, then I highly recommend this Newer studio. I love Newer lights. I've got some other separate little ones as well, which aren't actually in the carousel, but they are great. And yeah, so that is Newer, Neewer. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, and they are really good. So that's in the carousel right now, $217, and you pretty much got yourself a business. So what's not to love about that? But do go check it out.
It's a brilliant starter kit.
Oh, fantastic!
Right, next up, in case you can. Wait a minute, hang on, that's not quite right, is it? Just a minute. This is the show where everything goes almost right. Next up is the Logitech Brio.
Yay!
Right, okay. But we're actually at the moment on question 9. And question 9 is, which artiste was in these movies? Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, 1974. The King of Marvin Gardens, 1972. And The Last Picture Show, 1971.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't know either, but I'm gonna. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a complete guess. I'm going to go with Tony Curtis, or Jack Nicholson, or Jeff Bridges, or Helen Burstyn. No, I'm going to go with Tony Curtis. Okay. No.
Ellen Burstyn. Oh.
All
Well,
right.
I guess at some stage we actually had to have a lady in the answer. Oh no, we've had on for a long time, didn't we? Okay, so the last question. This is not covering us in glory at all today, but which artiste connects these movies? The Poseidon Adventure, The French Connection, and The Downhill Racer. I got a sneaky feeling we might know this one. Is it Gene Hackman, Roy Schneider, Robert Redford, or Gregory Peck?
Right.
And Stephen, your final Logitech Brio.
Right, okay. And it's the original Poseidon that we're talking about. And I'm just going to switch that off and bring back my second camera, just so that we can do a comparison. So let's just bring it back to me and bring that into the stream. Okay, so on the right-hand side, you've got the Obspot Tiny, we just talked about. On the left-hand side, you've got the Logitech Brio. Both cameras are 4K. Both cameras can actually broadcast out to YouTube in 4K. Astonishing quality. The Brio can sit on a tripod, or it can sit on your desktop. Mine is actually on my desktop, and I'm trying hard to actually look at the camera. Okay, so you've got a direct comparison there as I come over to the Logitech Brio, and right, okay, let me tell you about Logitech Brio. It's 4K and 1080p and 720. Now we're broadcasting to you in 720 at the moment, so I can't possibly show you the quality of the camera, but take it from me, it is a very high quality camera. It's from Logitech. We know that Logitech are builders of excellent cameras. Alexa, Who are Logitech?
According to Wikipedia, Logitech International SA is a Swiss-American multinational manufacturer of computer peripherals and software, with headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland, and Newark, California.
Alexa,
The company
stop.
has office.
Right, so they're based in Switzerland and in Newark in California. So Swiss-American company. And we know the quality. I mean, my camera over here, which is the one I used to have, which has got angled up, okay, is Logitech C920. The Brio is my successor to that because it's 4K. It's got a noise cancelling microphone, and it does the job. I mean, this camera, just to talk about build quality, this camera I've had for 6 years. Okay, the Brio I've had for 2 years. So they're long lasting, well built. If you're looking to improve your game, then the Brio is the way to go because it works, as we've seen now on Amazon Live. It works on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and it really loves Zoom. So it's a brilliant camera to actually. Now, the thing about it is that it is such a quality camera, okay, high resolution, and you can make quite an impression just using the camera. But to go to one of my hobby horses, if you just get the camera and you don't download the software, then you're not making full use of the camera. Simply not. It's you bought the camera. Any software that I talk about now is absolutely free. And there's a piece of software from Logitech called Logitech Capture. And Logitech Capture gives you great control over your camera. And I'm going to prove that to you by a quick software demonstration using the software from Logitech. Now, you think I was going to say, you think I'm sat in front of a brick wall, don't you? But you don't, because you can see creases in it. You know it's not a brick wall. No, by no stretch of the imagination is it a brick wall. It's got creases in it, which will be ironed out before next week's broadcast. But the thing about the software is that I don't look like this. In the default, if I didn't download the software, then I would look like this. Oh. And this, wow, you see? The backdrop's got a kink in it. It's too wide. I'm going to have to do something about that. Probably move the stand would be a good idea, wouldn't it? If I move the stand towards the left-hand wall. Okay, now you can see my bookshelf with my German language books. You can see my Samsung all-in-one PC. I do wish they still made those, but they don't. So I've got a Microsoft Surface Book 2 now. But this is what I would look like if I didn't download the software. And there's nothing wrong with this. I know a lot of people who actually broadcast actually looking like this, and it works. But to me, and this is all about personal choice, to me, this is much too busy. Rather than looking at me, you're trying to read the titles on the books, or you're trying to find out what's in front of the Samsung PC, or you're trying to look at the chessboard, or you're trying to look at the phone. Yeah. What I want, because I've got the software, I can do it. I can click 3 buttons. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay. And now I'm looking on screen as I want to. I've got headspace at the top. I'm in the center of the screen. I've got a backdrop behind me, which is just a photography backdrop, which is down in the carousel. And I'm comfortable on camera. And this is the way I like it. I could go into 65 degrees, but then I'm too close to the camera. So 78 degrees, double zoom, and I get away from looking like this to looking like this. And the software is Logitech Capture. It's free if you've got a Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930, C270. Then it will control it. It doesn't control Nix Mevo. Nix Mevo's got its own software because Mevo were purchased by Logitech and by then already got their own software. But it will control any Logitech camera that you buy. And I suggest that it's foolish not to, he said. Okay, right. Let's go back to our final question, which was, Nick.
Final question was, which artiste connects these 3 movies: The Poseidon Adventure 1972, The French Connection 1971, and The Downhill Racer 1969 And I think it's going to be either Gene Hackman, Roy Schneider, Robert Redford, or Gregory Peck. And
It's definitely one of those.
it's
Definitely
Gene.
one of those.
Yeah.
I'm where are you headed, Nick?
I'm going Gene Hackman.
I'm going Gene Hackman too. Okay, so let's go for Gene Hackman and get the results. And Gene Hackman is correct. Now, this is we still beat the average score. Wow. And we had two questions on which we were wobbly between two people, and we picked the wrong one. So right, okay. I was thinking that we might, on average. Oh, you don't want two of me. Just a minute. Okay, let's hide that camera.
Many people
Switch
probably
the
would.
camera back on, and there we are. And okay. Well, that was a good score.
Yeah, I got to admit, I thought we were going to be below average there, but no, we look pretty good. So
yeah, we've done it again.
Not too
bad. Right. Okay. From my part, I want to say thank you to everybody on my Amazon Live Page for watching live today. I'm back tomorrow at 11 o'clock, talking about everything that's in the carousel, hopefully. Corinda, take care and just take it easy. And Nick, it's over to you.
Yeah, I'd like to echo that, Corinda. Please get well soon. And we shall be back next week, the same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. I'll be back tomorrow, a little bit later than Stephen. I'm back at midday Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, with more video items that I love to use. So until next week, actually, we're both back a little bit later on with the Be Live, the Be Live show. That is at 6:30 in the UK. That's 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So I think we've only got 2 products each this week. So it's a nice short show. We'd love to see you there as well. But until next week, whatever you're doing, have a safe week, and we will see you for another movie quiz next Monday.
That's true.
Take care.
And if you're wondering about the cable is now neatly tied up. So if you're wondering what we do when we're not on screen, I did the cable. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.